Speed Golf, baby, let's go. This is Adam Lorton, and you're listening to the Speed Golf Baby audio experience, where we are all about speed golf, the faster, fitter variant of the beautiful game of golf. Whether you're climbing the podium or driving to the podiatrist, please subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you're listening to. Please rate and review us. It's a par 5 for Speed Golf Baby, 5 stars. Remember to subscribe to Speed Golf Baby on YouTube, because that's where the magic happens. And finally, if you're Speed Golf curious, get the Speed Golf Starter Pack for free over at speedgolf.baby/start. Last time, we brought you the audio feed from the Speed Golf World Championships Round 1 watch party. This time, we invited Robin Smith, bronze medalist at the World Championships, to share his experience at Worlds, including shot-by-shot commentary from holes 14 to 18, where he and I ran side-by-side for an electric 10 minutes. Quick note, this is an extended cut, so while YouTube is the best place to see Robin play speed golf, in this podcast you'll hear a lot more about Robin's experience at Worlds in Japan and what he's looking forward to in 2025 and 2026. And now, Robin Smith. Robin Smith in the house. What was your mindset going into Worlds? I know you were traveling with your family, so was this like more of a vacation? Yeah. Was this like vacation plus championship aspirations?
Stress. So trying to get 2 kids to Japan and a wife is obviously a bit of a challenge. So how to cope with that extra stress was one of the goals, which I believe I did reasonably well. The goal for this championship was definitely a podium. So it'll be what it'll be in speed golf. So you either have a really good game and you do well, or you don't have a good game and you just train for another 2 years. So my goal was definitely a podium at this Worlds.
How did you think about prepping for the course?
So extremely hilly course. The course had near on 200 metres of elevation, so a lot more elevation than your traditional golf course. So your training had to adjust to that. I was doing a lot of hill work, a lot of strength work in my prep for the run, and it was quite a long run, Adam. I think it was near 8K, wasn't it?
I had it at just over 5 miles, and it played long.
Yeah. And then we had a bit of an inside word because Jamie obviously played the Japan Open the year before, and he just mentioned that the greens were rapid transit, so hence the putter in my bag.
Yeah, and Jamie carried putter too.
Yeah.
But interestingly, somebody like Brad Hayward didn't carry putter. Was this like a conversation point in Team New Zealand, or is this each person just making their own mind up?
Each person kind of makes their own mind up. Adam, at that stage, we all kind of compete with each other once or twice a week. Yeah. So we'll give each other stick and the likes. It's quite good for the mental stuff. But I sometimes wish that I didn't take my putter, because I had 9 3-putts through the tournament, which wasn't ideal.
I found those greens very difficult.
Yeah.
Especially day 1. Day 2, with the rain, they slowed down just a little bit. I putted quite well on day 2, but day 1 was brutal.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I actually enjoyed day 1. I like a fast green. Day 2, I was struggling. I was struggling.
Let's talk about that round 1. So you go out, shoot 39 on the front, even par 36 on the back, 43 minutes. You're 9 minutes under time par. Walk us through, what are your memories of round 1?
Round 1. It's going to sound a bit arrogant, but round 1 was pretty frustrating for me, Adam. I came off on 18 and I thought to myself, man, it was out there. Like, what happened? I thought I was going to be mid-pack, 10 or 11. Just from what I felt during the round, I hit it really tight. I think I hit 16 greens on that first round. So, I was really tight. I was just missing putts left, right and centre. I was 3-putting. I think I had 4 3-putts that round. And I'm talking inside 20 feet, which wasn't ideal. But then everyone said afterwards, they go, oh, you're lying first. And I was like, well, that's a pleasant surprise. That's cheered me up a bit. But yeah, wicked first round. I hit it really good. I just had 1 or 2 pretty average holes that visually don't align with me too well. So I played those holes pretty poorly the whole tournament, to be honest. And they were all on the front 9. Yeah,
I'm seeing birdie on the par 4 second. I thought that was a sneaky difficult hole, especially because the way the green was pitched. Easy to be a few feet above the hole, and then just easy 3-putt from there. So a huge birdie there. Birdie on the par 3 8th, long par 3. I'm guessing you had the right club in hand for that.
Yeah. That was strategic. So the par 3s, I definitely take my time. Most of the elite guys will analyse the par 3s and make sure that the iron they have align with the yardages, or you've got a club that you can align with relatively easy. Yeah, 8, I stuck it to 3 feet, although a 3-foot putt on that golf course feels like a 24-foot putt.
It's never guaranteed.
Yeah, that 3-foot putt probably had, that much break in it, and if I'd missed the hole, it would have been 6 feet past, so glad it hit the pin.
That's awesome. And then just super clean card coming in on the backside. Yeah. Birdie on the 11th. 11th's not an easy hole either.
Yeah.
But then birdie on the par 5 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so huge. Coming in 36 on the back, 75 total, 43 minutes, 24 seconds.
Yeah.
And now, all right, now we're on to round 2. You start the day in first place. You were the second fastest golfer around the course. Was that expected?
Not really, to be fair, Adam. I don't really put like expectations on myself. I just think to myself, the day's going to be what the day's going to be. If you're going to play well and you're going to run well, that's cool. I should compete in that situation. Yeah. So it was a pleasant surprise to be in that position. Yeah. And there's a little bit of pressure because obviously in 2022, I didn't exactly have the best second day. So yeah, the demons were in the back of the mind.
So when those demons are talking, what are they telling you? Like are you going to fall apart again? What?
Yeah,
well,
pretty much.
So in 2022, you moved from second on the leaderboard to 6th. Definitely disappointing performance. Was that falling apart? Was that just a few bad breaks? Like 2.5 years later, how do you think about that round?
That was definitely me putting more pressure on myself. So that was me expecting to shoot the exact same and run the exact same in round 2. And I genuinely thought everyone would actually play better. And that's probably a fault of mine just watching golf throughout my whole life. So I from a learning from that, I wish I had someone, when I was in those moments, just saying, hey, everyone's struggling. Everyone's having a battle. Because actually reviewing the footage and that, I actually looked through my front 9 and I was still actually, I think, 3rd or 4th at him from memory. So I was still there or thereabouts. So I shouldn't have put that extra pressure on myself. So that was a huge learning. So this Worlds, I definitely just focused on process and it'll be what it'll be. Who really cares,
It's an excellent learning. I mean, the camera adds strokes. Jamie caught up with you on hole 16. That's got to shake you mentally a little bit.
Oh, and the humidity was horrific. I mean, I don't do well in humidity. I'm from Africa, so I was born in South Africa. So I can do 40-degree heat, no humidity, all day long. Happy days. But you chuck humidity in the mix and I'm like a cat in a shower, just fall apart.
That's great. Yeah, before we started recording, we were talking about the Kentucky Speedgolf Open, my pet project to get faster there. That's one of the things I deal with is extreme heat and humidity. Yeah. It's in the middle of July in this this brutal place. And where I am, I just don't have a way to simulate that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be doing a little bit of heat suit training leading up to that.
Yeah, that's all you can do. So I'm going to commit to the US Open this year.
Sweet.
Which is cool. Yeah. So Mr. Dawley reached out.
I'm committed as well.
Yeah. So it'll be hot, and I imagine it'll be pretty hot at that stage and kind of humid. But
Dallas in October should be pretty temperate, I think, and should be pretty dry. Quick note, after we recorded this, we learned that the US Open is going to be in San Diego, so my comments still stand. Yeah. I think you'll have a good time there.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But if it was hot, I was going to do some heat training, which involves running around in tracksuits, thermals, and hoodies. Like a bit of a soccer.
Yeah, the research on heat training is starting to come into full view, and boy, it's powerful.
Yeah.
So even if it's unpleasant, it can be worth it. So now we're into round 2. Round 2, similar to 2022, they're struggling on the front, 4 over par, but I'm imagining the self-talk is a little bit different. Like, hey, everybody's probably struggling. Yeah. Well, and unlike traditional golf, in traditional golf, you play the course 4 times, good chance to get better every time because you know the course better and better. You've seen everything. Yeah. Not so in speed golf because while you know the course better, you're also fatigued from the previous day.
Yeah, that's right.
So front 9, 4 over par, 4 bogeys, the rest are pars. What's going through your mind heading into the back 9?
I just thought to myself, just stay in it. It's going to come. As I say, I hit the ball really well the whole weekend. Yeah. I was tee to green. I was pretty happy with myself. I couldn't really fault it, to be fair. I hit maybe 2 or 3 really bad shots, and you're going to do that on a golf course. There's no point getting too much upset about that. Everyone's going to hit bad shots. So I just thought, if it comes together, it comes together. If not, I'll just keep going through my processes. And I was lucky in those last 4 holes that it was really starting to come together, Adam, and I was on a bit of a tear, which, I knew I had it in me. I just had to wait.
Absolutely. Bogey on hole 10. Hole 10, very gettable hole. That had to be a bit of a disappointment.
Very much.
Bogey on hole 12, also super gettable. I'm pretty sure Jamie birdied that one. Then you make the tough climb up to hole 13, par there. You pipe the drive on hole 14, cut the corner around the trees, and this is where we're going to see if we can pull up that YouTube video, and we'll get to watching. So you pipe your drive on number 14, perfect position here.
Yep.
I'm imagining you don't know you're in fourth place. You just know it's go time.
Yeah, pretty much. No one's in my ear like a little parrot saying, "Hey, you're in fourth. Time to, pull it together." So. Yeah.
Now, everybody except you laid up on this hole. Well, sorry, Luke Bone hit the green in 2.
Yeah.
What made you confident you could clear the water here?
Not there to fuck spiders. I'm either going to win it or I'm going to come third or fourth at him, to be fair. So I just thought, fuck it, it's time to go for it. And if it happens, it happens. If not, at least you had a crack. So this was quite a tough little approach, to be fair. You have water and bunkers all on the left. You've got bunkers on the right with the knobblies. You don't want to get trapped in there. Yeah, so tough approach. Just went for it.
And that was 8 iron?
I think that might have been a 7. Yeah, so I piped the 3-wood. As I say, it felt good. So can hit a 3-wood as far as most people's drivers. And then, a little sandy here, which is not ideal in speed golf because you've got to rake it. So you'll see a bit of a lag by the time I get to the green.
True, you do have to rake the bunker, but I mean, the alternative is you're hitting an approach shot. Instead of hitting it from 30 yards, you're hitting it from 115.
Yeah.
You got proximity to the hole right here.
Yeah. So it's a real good look here. I just thought to myself, a little inside left part, happy days. The whole green leans to the left of the screen.
Oh, travel,
and then
travel.
got
Come on.
absolutely ripped.
Oh, what the f*** was that?
Neither of us could believe that putt did not drop. And it looked like it hit maybe a little something on the way by. Anyway.
Yeah. So in that situation, you
Okay,
just
now
got to deal with it, and it is what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. While I see him right here on the screen, what shoes are you wearing here?
So I've just got ASICs, so we get a pretty good discount playing for NZ from ASICs, so huge shout out to them.
Nice.
They're just the gel Nimbus, so just your everyday trainer, so not carbons. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And why did you decide to hit iron off this tee?
Yeah, so
15.
So my 3-wood goes too far here, Adam, on 15, so it tightens up, and there's a bit of like a cliff up to the green, so probably 20 meters elevation gain.
Yep.
I hit 4 iron because I know I'm going to hit the fairway no matter what, and then I get a bit more spin on my approach, so it's a full 50-degree wedge or a 3/4 rather than a chip.
Yep.
So I'm more comfortable doing that than most others. Yeah. And then this is all downhill. I'm just trying to roll my legs over. I'm pretty tired by this stage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so while we're on that subject, how do you think about energy management in a round of speed golf? Are you gradually increasing the effort level? You feel like you've just got the feel dialed for like this is what 18 holes on a long hilly course feels like? How do you think about energy management?
Yeah, I tend to kind of just maintain my pace. I'll take an energy gel or two before, maybe 10 or 15 minutes before my round, just to get me through. Because your gels work for half an hour, 40 minutes, which is what we're on the course for. And then, I just try and maintain a pace that I'm comfortable with. A bit tougher on these super elevated courses because you're going up and down, up and down. Yeah. Like you can see here, this is, 30 probably degrees.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, serious incline here. Yeah. All right. And the ball is about to come into focus on the screen. Great approach here, just directly below the hole.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get my focus here because I know a nice, simple, straight up and down putt. Take an extra 2 or 3 seconds to get the breathing and heart rate under control, and then just see what happens. Yeah.
All right. Now drops it for birdie.
Yeah.
Huge.
Go.
All right, now as you're walking up to that putt, I'm not seeing you stand behind the ball. I'm not seeing you check the line. So talk to us about how do you read a putt?
So a lot of work goes into it in the practice round. So you kind of get gauge of every green, and then you'll try and recall it the night before on what you're gonna see. And then as I was walking up, I'm looking at the hole going, yeah, I know from the practice holes and whatever that's going to be inside right. Happy days, hit it inside right. You don't have time to take a proper read. This was quite a super tough par 4, to be fair, there's a lot of trouble off the tee, eh? Like you can see how tight it is there. Big trees on the left, huge hill. You don't want to go to the left. It's just, it's just bad land. Simba, don't go there. Right's out of bounds and bunkers everywhere. It's tough driving hole when you've just run, 30 odd minutes. Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I'm seeing you swing out to the right side here. And so it looks like, you're taking a quote unquote inefficient line so that you're doing less climbing. Yeah. Is that something you've experimented with side by side and you found this works better, or is this just like naturally how you run?
No, definitely. If I can see a less gradient area, I'll take that 9 times out of 10, just because it's less drag on your legs. You may run a bit further, but overall the pace is the same, but you haven't used as much energy pumping up the little hill. Yeah,
that's something I've seen in common with a lot of elite speed golfers, is that running out of the way to minimize climbing.
Yeah.
Approach shot here, it looks like 50 degree in hand.
Yes, so throughout the tournament I had 50 degree. I took an extra club this round. I took the 4-iron, which I didn't take the first round. 7-iron, 3 wood, and then a putter. Yeah, but normally I don't use a putter. Yeah. So I was pretty happy with this approach as well. Below the hole, perfect opportunity for another little birdie. Pretty happy with some cheering and that in the background as well. Bit of moral
a lot
support.
of Kiwis on the cameras, especially here on the back 9.
Yeah, and again, just as I'm walking up, I'm looking at the putt going, that's probably, I don't know, a cup outside left. Let's see what happens. Put a good stroke on it. It's like, oh yeah, this is looking tidy. This is looking tidy. This is looking tidy. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, even for a professional, that's a 5%, 8% putt.
Yeah.
Still, it looked so good off the blade though.
Yeah. And then just see you later. As the pace dies, break increases.
Yep.
So.
Yep. All right, now I saw you using the armpit pinch method for holding your clubs. Have you experimented with other ways of putting?
I have, and I find that is the most stable for me, personally. I know some people actually put both their clubs under their armpits. Some guys have, like Rob has the clubs flapping around behind him. I've tried that, and for me, it just doesn't gel. So this is a pretty tough par 3, finishing on par 3, 150 meters, so probably 175 yards-ish, I think. Yeah,
so that's got to be a most of a 7-iron for you?
Yeah, that was a nice clean 7-iron, and then you're just hooking it. I've hit it pretty where I wanted to, just on the right hand side of the green. But this
it looked like it started at the flag and then faded just a little bit.
That's my natural iron shape. This green's horrific. The pictures don't do it justice. I mean, the putt I'm going to have now has probably got 8 feet break on it, and it's just a cliff. Like, you could putt it off the green. So I've hit that and I've gone, man, that's looking pretty tidy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice and high, just drips in on the top side.
And I definitely have a love-hate relationship with my golf ball, so I'd missed the last couple of putts, so it was time to spray it, so it went in the hole. Yeah. It knew if it wasn't dropping, it was going to get an absolute spray from me.
That's right.
And then
at this point, you don't know it, but Jamie has just made a significant bogey that catapults you into second place with Bernie hot on your heels.
I knew I was close at him, so I knew if I'd birdied or parred the 18th, I was there or thereabouts. I thought I'd brought it back, and then bit of calming words there. The cool run-ins, and then just striped it. I thought, fuck, we're on here. Let's go. And then, not many people know, but the 18th is a massive par. Well, not massive, but it's a decent par 5. But it goes straight up the hill. It's probably got 80 meters elevation gain. So you're just cooked trying to run up this giant hill to finish a round. Yeah.
Yeah, right at the end of the round. I mean, and because it goes around the corner, very tough to get home in too.
Indecision here for me though, Adam. Like looking back, I regret my club choice here. So that was probably one of the biggest regrets of the cup for me.
This is 7-iron, and you think you should have hit 4?
No, that's a 4-iron, and I should have hit my 3 wood and just gone full tear. Who cares, But I was purposely hitting my 4-iron because I thought my 4-iron would be short of that bunker. So I've actually ended up in that bunker, which is really niggly.
Yep.
super difficult shot to come in on the 18th and you can't breathe. And then just,
Well, and it just rolled into the bunker, which meant you had the downslope to deal with and a little bit of lip.
Wasn't ideal.
So, it goes over the green. And then this is a high-pressure chip right here.
This is ridiculous. I've just gone from a 40-metre bunker shot, hardest bunker shot in, the world, to this chip, which is horrific. Like rapid down the hill, thought I'd chip it off the green. And then a 1-foot putt that breaks, a cup and a half. Stressful last hole.
And there it is. Bernie makes birdie on that hole, which unfortunately puts you 10 seconds behind him.
Good. Yeah.
Amazing putt to finish. And just like that was 18.
Yeah.
So wrapping it up, 76 in 44 minutes, 26 seconds, 1 minute slower than the previous day. Yeah, as you're tapping in there, like, what's going through your mind? What are you feeling?
I thought I'd pulled it back. I was pretty happy, Adam. Definitely, whatever happened, I was reasonably comfortable with what I did on the second round. I knew it wasn't as good as the first round. I knew I had a lot more in the tank, but hey, that's golf, Bin some putts, missed some putts, whatever. We turn up the next week, do it all again.
Absolutely. Yeah. I got a couple more questions I want to ask you. I never saw you look at a watch. Do you use distance measurement at all during a round, or is this all
mainly all feel? And what I tend to do is in the practice round, I'll figure out like where my drives and that go, and I'll get a marker off a tree or something. So when I'm running up, I'll look at that tree and I'll go, I'll do some trigonometry in 3 seconds, and go, that's how far I am. I'm roughly 155. Yeah. But a lot of the wedge players all feel, Adam.
Love it. And let's see, I'm trying to remember the temperature. Temperature was borderline perfect, right, at this World Championship.
Yeah, so
just
first
a little
round was
chilly.
Definitely chilly. So I went off at the crack of dawn. So I was up at 4:30, trying to get to the golf course, and I was with another competitor, Mick Macbeth. So we brought both our families over. So we're all piling into the minivan at 4:30 in the morning, making sure we got all our clubs and that. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not optimum prep for a world championship. Right, 4:30 in the morning, we've got 4 kids, 3 kids yelling at each other that they haven't had breakfast, trying to get them in a minivan. It was hilarious. You should have videoed that next time. Yeah. And then round 2, they're always long days, so you've just got to try and not like get worked up, if that's the right word, Adam, because you're there early. We're only teeing off. I think I was like 3 or something. I can't even remember. A little bit more humidity in day 2. I don't know what it is. Every Worlds I've played in, the humidity seems to pick up on round 2A. I think it's just, the universe's way of trying to make Robin Smith sweat as much as possible.
Not a hard job. You and I are in the same boat.
It's crazy, Adam? You're just like, what's happened? Yeah, gloves are all wet. You're dripping, sweat off your chin down to your putt. You're thinking, why am I sweating so much? Yeah,
that's right. Oh yeah, and I wear glasses in competition, so every once in a while, just a big droplet of water where I want to read a putt.
Yeah,
that's great. All right, let's talk about 2025. What's your calendar look like for 2025?
Yeah, so it's pretty full. Start of 2025, I've got Taranaki Champs coming up this weekend, so that's a bit of fun. So the inaugural event, so that's our hometown. Then I'll go to the North Island Champs.
Oh, sorry, in Taranaki, will that be at Fitzroy or somewhere else?
Nah, it's at Namotu, so that's like our championship course.
Sweet.
So it's really neat to get onto that. Then North Island Champs, obviously the whole of the North Island at the end of the month. NZ Champs at the end of April. Going to the Aussie Open in May. I just got to try and get out of some jury service. I just got my jury letter. Couldn't believe it. It was a shocker. And then I'm going to come over to the US for the US Champs. Yes. And then I'm trying to make Europe work, but it's just such a haul for me to get over there. It's like it's a 32-hour flight, so we'll see what happens. And then my sister has twisted my arm, and I'm actually doing an ultra with her in October this year.
What ultra are you doing?
So it's the Topor 52K, I think it is, Adam.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm her moral support. So we'll see how long she lasts with me talking before she tells me to shut up.
Wait, so are you running the whole race together? Are you pacing her? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm pacing her. Yeah,
sweet.
So it's more for her. I've just got to see. Time on the legs will be the big thing for me.
Probably second half of the race, 25K-ish?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
yeah,
it's a off-road one as well, so it's got like 900 meters of elevation, so it's going to be
Okay,
a
yeah.
reasonable
So-
run for her. Yeah.
You just have to run the 700 Club 3 times back to back.
Yeah.
No problem at all. So looking forward to seeing you at the U.S. Open. That one is going to be electric.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody who's just getting into speed golf for the first time, and let's say they want to get better? What advice do you have for them?
Yeah. I'd just say just enjoy like where you are and what you're doing, you know. I think we take a lot for granted in this world. You know, it's a blessing that we all can run, for one.
Yeah.
It's a blessing that we can get on a golf course. So just enjoy it. Just do 1 or 2 holes. You know, if you hit a bad shot, you know, who cares? The earth still spins around at, 7,000 k an hour or whatever it is, you know. So just enjoy the little things. Like I've found that's given me the most joy in my speed golf journey. And yeah, you're going to get frustrated, like it's human nature, but just don't let it affect your whole day. Yeah.
Love it.
And try it. Just go and try it. It is highly addictive.
I thought we could close by having you promote the 2026 Speed Golf World Championships and anything else that you're looking forward to that you'd like to see, people from the speed golf audience pay attention to, get excited about, come visit.
So yeah, 2026 is in New Zealand. So probably one of the best travel destinations in the world. I'm slightly biased, but amazing little country on the other side of the world. So shout out to any speed golfers, PGA professionals, DP professionals, Challenge Tour, Hilton Hotel Tour, Asia Tour, Australian PGA Tour, whatever, every tour, every golfer, come along and see if you can hack it with the best in the world. And I don't know, maybe try and play Tara Edie at the same time, top 10 golf course in the world. Huge shout out to all the speed golfers out there across the community. Awesome bunch of people. So glad to have actually had this in my life. So super appreciative of meeting everyone. We're all fantastic people, so keep the great attitude up. Shout out to Speed Golf Baby and Adam for all the audio and videos. It's awesome, man. So thanks for that.
Just trying to share the message that speed golf is a totally real and normal thing that people do. And, if there's no video artifacts on the internet that show that speed golf is a real thing that normal people do, then who the heck is ever going to learn about this beautiful sport?
Yeah. And all abilities, yeah. And also a huge shout out to Speed Golf Japan for hosting such a wicked event. So,
oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Unreal. Thank you.
Wait, all right. I have a question for you about the 700 Club. I've played a lot of autumn golf and always losing golf balls under a leaf. I could not find a single leaf on that golf course. Did you see a leaf on that golf course?
Nah, the course was immaculate.
It was.
So, huge shout out to the greenkeepers and the superintendents and the staff there. Unreal. Yeah.
All right. A little speed round here. Who are 1 to 3 athletes, could be golfers, could be just athletes out in the world, that you would love to see try speed golf?
To try speed golf, I've shouted out a couple of PGA professionals in the DMs. They never get back to me. So I reckon it'd be hilarious trying to see Minwoo Lee.
Oh, yes. Love that.
Yeah. Another couple of athletes for speed golf.
Number 1 on my list, Steph Curry.
He's
probably got a lot going on. He has pretty tightly scripted training calendar, so may not work until he retires. But I think he'd be an amazing speed golfer.
Who's the ex-football professional? Bale, isn't it?
Oh, Gareth Bale, he would be awesome.
Yeah, Gareth Bale would be awesome. So he'd be a good shout out. Super fit and can crack a golf ball. We had a little cameo. So Liz McKinnon, who's the ladies' world champ, whoop, whoop, shout out, good stuff. She got Richie McCaw, who used to be our All Blacks captain in the glory days. So he gave it a nudge. So I thought that was epic.
Sweet.
So hopefully he keeps up the bug and gets into it.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, just anyone, I reckon, eh?
Yeah. Okay, well, now looking for deep cuts here. Who are some speed golfers that maybe you don't see featured a lot, but who you think are up and coming or people should be paying more attention to?
Brad Hayward definitely is up and coming. If he could just sort out his running a little more like we all can, he'll be right there. So get on the roads, Brad.
Yes.
And then the other guy who didn't attend Worlds who would have really competed as a PGA professional here in New Zealand called Harry Bateman. So he's a guy I used to play with when I was about 17 and he was about 12. So he's a great runner, exceptional golfer. So he would, if he commits, and he is one to watch. So don't be surprised if you see his name on the New Zealand Open trophy this year or the World's Trophy in 2026.
Amazing.
Yeah, so there's a couple good guys. And then we've got the usual guys. I think if Scott could sort out his running as well, he would be pretty good because exceptional golfer as well.
Shots fired.
Yeah. You like it, eh?
I love it.
Yeah, bit of fire. Luke Willett, so he's a UK guy. He's followed me on Strava, and I've been watching his Strava journey, a bit of Speedgolf stalking. He's really committing to his running, so don't be surprised if you see him getting quicker and quicker.
Oh, yeah, no question that Luke Willett can play a long golf course in under 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Question is, can he break 80 doing it?
Yeah, that's the challenge. But
and I mean,
the fitter you get, the more controlled with your heart rate you get. It does become a little easier.
Yeah. I say this as a gigantic Luke Willett fan.
Oh yeah. They're probably the ones that, in my mind, could do something. Yeah. And then you've got a couple of guys out of Japan. I don't know the Japanese guys too well,
Oh, yeah. Well, Ota and Shinmoto, are both phenomenal players. Getting a little older. They're both in their mid-40s, I believe. So, looking to see who the next kind of up-and-comers are on the Japanese tour. Be watching those leaderboards as they come in.
Yeah. But out of New Zealand, definitely Harry Bateman and Brad Hayward for sure.
Love it, man. Yeah. All right. Well, for everybody who has listened this far, thanks so much. We really appreciate you guys consuming Speed Golf content, getting into the game. I've had a lot of comments on YouTube saying, hey, I'm thinking about maybe playing my first round soon. And if that's you, I would encourage you to get the Speed Golf starter pack. It's at speedgolf.baby/start. Certainly keep an eye out for Robin Smith on the leaderboards, especially with a notable absence at the top of the New Zealand table with Jamie Reed recovering from ACL tear.
That's all open.
By the way, Jamie playing that golf course in 46 minutes on a torn ACL? That guy, man.
He's a beast, man. Honestly, he's like, most athletes wouldn't have done that. There's a guy, I think his name was Buck Shelford. He played an All Black with a torn testicle, a test match with a torn testicle. Wow. So he's obviously got that, level of strength and ability to turn off pain. It was unreal what he did. Yeah,
got that dog.
So huge shout out. Yeah, huge shout out. I know it wasn't our team's event, Jamie, but massive shout out, man. Huge respect to you, and thank you for taking me on this journey, bro.
Hey, Robin Smith, thanks so much for joining, and for everybody else, until next time, keep it in the short grass.
See you, everyone.
All right, Speed Golf family, we've got to hit the road. Thanks as always to producer Nico, who puts the finishing touches on these episodes. We hope you're feeling tired but satisfied after today's effort, that you're fired up about Speed Golf 2, and that you'll join us next time. Don't forget to subscribe to Speed Golf Baby on YouTube, and until next time, keep it in the short grass. Bye.